あら、どうなんでしょうか。
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Thi-
wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. Jane の
name
ジョークだったん
out
で
your
す。
fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? I could, oh, okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
テ
Okay.
レビ史上最高の場面でしょうか。
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar.
What up, team? Well, you saw that clip. I wanted to come on and give my take, as we've all seen this, right? This whole Will Smith, I would call it a catastrophe. You know, we just watch a man that just threw his entire life in the trash for one human being. And it prompted me to make this video. I wanted to do a post on social media, but I think because I have so much to say, that it's better for me to make a video real quick. So what I witnessed is an emotional, fragile man. And there's a lot of us like that walking around, right? There are a lot of emotional men who are emotionally unintelligent, right? And they don't know how to handle certain situations, especially when they're confronted in a situation where they have to be masculine. I know we villainize the word masculinity, but here is an opportunity for a man to show his masculine traits. And masculinity isn't about violence and going on and smacking somebody upside the head because you're physically able to do that. You know, we watch a man who at the height of his career, the thing that he worked the most for, the approval of millions, right? To be looked on as probably the best in your industry, the best in your field, the best in your own expertise, right? And we watch him throw it all in the trash because he seeks approval from one human being. He seeks approval from his wife, who at this point we all can agree that he'll never get it, right? Because I feel as though he's working so hard to win the approval of his wife that he's willing to throw his entire existence in the garbage. I don't agree with what he did. You know, I looked up to Will Smith all my life, and he's always been an idol to me. Like I hold him on such high regard because I've watched him throughout the years, you know, as a youngster who just, all he did was bring joy and laughter to everybody, right? Even I follow him on Instagram, and all his posts are about motivation. And the one issue that he doesn't address is that he's emotionally fragile. I think I got that from Joe Rogan, and I'm running with that phrase, you know, because a lot of us men out here are brought up to be soft, right? And women are naturally looking for somebody who can protect. And I think when you're put in a situation where you're not ready, you're not able, you're not emotionally intelligent enough to confront that situation, you're gonna act on impulse. And I think that's what he did, right? I think he went up there and he assaulted a man in front of millions of people, millions. And it's just, there's no excuse for that. One thing I always tell you is that you're not in control of how someone else retaliates. And I think what he did was he put a man in a situation where he's unable to retaliate. You're in a formal setting where it's just no excuse for that kind of behavior. You know, you're using your animalistic instincts to act on an impulse based on how your wife feels. Now, granted, you know, I didn't know about alopecia or anything like that. I think I had to look that up to see exactly what that means. But in a situation where it's you know, a comedian doing jokes, and I'm sure everybody's dissected the video by now to show that, you know, at some point Will was laughing. One of the things I wanted to touch on is just not the fact that he just reacted like that, it's the fact that he's emotionally damaged. There's a lot going on in Will Smith's head that I think a lot of men can benefit from if he documented his journey through therapy. I truly think he needs that. And a lot of men are going through similar situations that can benefit, right? I think a man who is not in control of his emotion is just unstable. He's just a liability to society. At any given point, yeah, that slap could be a little bit more severe given the wrong individual. And I think a journey through therapy, if he documented it and shared, shared his journey, a lot of men can benefit from it. I know I myself would benefit. I need therapy. I know I'm emotionally damaged. I'm not ready to confront certain issues. I'm not ready to act like I am emotionally intelligent in all situations. I think it's a buildup of a lot of things. Being famous, you're under a microscope. You're constantly pricked and prodded and picked apart, and your every existence is talked about. Your kids are talked about, your wife's talked about, your relationships talked about, your movie career is talked about. And that's not something that any of us is prepared to do. I'm not in the public eye, but in my own personal life, the few people that I do know, I take their opinion to heart, and I try to make strategic changes to make sure, number one, I am holding myself accountable for my actions. I definitely think twice about what I say, what I do, because it comes with lifelong consequences. Given that same exact situation in the wrong hands, and you cannot control how somebody retaliates against you, smacking somebody upside the head could be fatal. That could be fatal. And men need to know that that's not how we conduct ourselves as men. We cannot think that masculinity is toxic, because there's certain way where you can be assertive and you can impose your will on somebody without being physical, right? You can have a conversation that doesn't have to be animalistic at nature. You can have a dialogue. You can start something like, hey, listen, my family means the world to me, and I will do anything to protect my family. But it just doesn't send a good message to the entire population. It doesn't send a good message to impressionable minds, especially young impressionable minds, that's the way you should conduct yourself. Even in any setting, you have to be emotionally intelligent, and it can't be something that triggers you to act on impulse. You have to think about the next few steps. But I really wanted to come on here because I think it's well documented that Will Smith is a brilliant actor, comedian, and father. But what he did was completely out of line, and the world's talking about it. I hope this serves as an opportunity for him to heal, seek therapy, and hopefully he can help others to benefit from this situation, because I would hate to see a man who has worked so hard to just be absolutely a master in his field, just throw it all away. Especially for someone who I feel, looking from the outside, that doesn't deserve it, right? All right, see you guys on the next one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and peace out.